guys, Jen here. I am back to do another tag video. So this one I was tagged by Jolie'sBooks, I believe that's her name, to do, and it's an original tag by her and it's called the Magical Species tag. I'm very excited to answer some of these questions. They're going to be a bit spontaneous because I haven't really given much thought until right now, so it's going to be spur of the moment answers. So yeah, let's just jump right in. 1. Demon. Find a book that you think should go back to the drawing board. For this one, I think I'm going to say Username Evie by Jo Sugg, just because I don't think it's the best story it could have been. I think there was a lot of potential there. I think I've done a review. If I can find that, I'll link that for you. But yeah, it had a lot of potential there, but I think it might have been better placed on a more experienced writer, if that makes sense, without slating the author, because I know he's much loved on YouTube, without slating the graphic novel at all. I just think it could have been done better if it was given to, you know, a more experienced writer or whatever. 2. Angel. Find a book that gave you pure happiness. For this, I'm gonna say Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan, and just that series in general, to be honest. I mean, that it's just awesome. I just love the world building. I love the characters. I loved meeting Percy in that first book, and then seeing all that character development, and then watching him grow, because I kind of read it not a similar age, but a near enough age that I could, you know, feel connected, if that makes sense. So I felt like I watched him grow all throughout the series, all throughout Heroes of Olympus and everything like that. So I think that would definitely be a book that gave me pure joy. 3. Zombie. Find a book that took you a long time to read. The only one I can really think of at the moment is the one that I am currently reading, you know, as I'm filming this, and it's Edgar Allan Poe, the unabridged collection of his Strange and Macabre Tales. I think that's what it's called. It's a beast, and I've been borrowing it from the library, and I have to keep renewing it, so it's been renewed about 5 times now. It's definitely taken me a while to finish. 4. Siren. Find a book that reeled you in only to kill you. So I don't know if it means that it killed my emotions, that I loved it so much I was just like heartbroken when it ended, or if it means like it was terrible. But if I was to say, you know, for the first one, it reeled me in so much and then I was heartbroken when it was finished, would be the last book in the Heroes of Olympus, which I can't remember the name of for some blasted reason. But just because it was the end of that saga, of those characters like being the main characters, if that makes sense, and I'd grown loving each and every one of them, so it was kind of heartbreaking to just end it after it's been going on for such a while. And if it was a book that I hated in the end, I might have to say The Replacement. I've talked about this I think a little bit on my channel, but I was so excited by the cover, and I was excited by the idea of what the story was about. It just it didn't do it for me. I was really disappointed. It was a pretty shit story. 5. Nightmare. Find a book that gave you weird dreams or bad nightmares. I don't think I've ever had a book that affected me that greatly, not that I remember at least. But the only, like, if I'm talking about dreams, I remember I kept a journal for every time I had a Twilight inspired dream. So I guess I had some weird dreams about the Twilight franchise. Not that I can remember them now. I mean, if I was to get out that diary, I'm sure as hell I'd feel very awkward at what I'd be reading. But yeah, nothing scary, not that I can remember. 6. Vampire. Find a book that sucked all the life out of you when you were reading. For this one, I'm gonna have to say Fallen by Lauren Kay. I DNF'd that book pretty much before I knew what DNF meant. I didn't enjoy what I was reading at the time. I clearly didn't want to carry on. I don't know where it was going. I just didn't care for, you know. I don't know. It bored me. I didn't care about it at all. 7. Shadowhunter. Find a book that was your favourite book of all time. Ooh. This is a good one because I have quite a few favourite books. This particular book seems to keep coming up into my mind whenever I think about questions like this, and for the time being I'm definitely going to have to say The Monster Calls by Patrick Ness and Siobhan Dowd. That book, wow, again I've got a review on that if you're interested. That's just an amazing book. I can't get over it. The graphic edition, because I think there's an edition where it's just a story. I'm sure that's powerful on its own, but the illustrations used in the graphic edition is just beyond this world. It complements the writing so beautifully. It's just amazing. So I'm gonna have to say that one. Mortal. find a book that was okay / mundane. I might say Judge One, or I can't remember the author's name, but it's a manga. And I thought it was just okay because at the time I was watching Danganronpa, which is pretty similar to Judge One, and it just was okay. There was nothing exceptional about it. I much preferred Danganronpa at the time because it was more action-packed, and I don't know, more because it was a visual experience, I guess. But this one, it was alright. Like, I'm interested in continuing the series, but I mean, it's been ages since I read that first one now, and I haven't picked up the following series, so I guess I'm not that eager to, you know. 9, which, find a book that was magical. I'm definitely gonna say Peregrine by Christopher Paolini. It's about dragons and everything like that, so it was super magical. I think there's some elves in there, and I need to go back and reread that series. And as I said, that's a rare thing to do, but they're just such beautiful books. They're amazing. Definitely a must read. And lastly, number 10, Fairy. Find a book that wasn't what it seemed. I think I'm gonna go for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, like the first one, by Ransom Riggs, just because it had some certain elements in it that I wasn't expecting. I don't think I read too many reviews or saw too many reviews before I read it, and if I did, it didn't mention things that I'm thinking of. So it was definitely unexpected. Again, I have a review for that. I'll put it somewhere when it's up and available. But yeah, it had some elements I was not expecting. It definitely more than meets the eye, I guess. But yeah, that's the end of this tag. Again, that was the Magical Species tag by Jolie'sBooks. Definitely check her channel out. I'll link that down below too, as well as all the like questions, topics, whatever you want to call them, in the description bar. So thanks for watching, and I shall speak to you next time. Bye.